Welcome back to AM Northwest. You know, when it comes to laundry, no one does it better than our next guest. Here to share some game-changing tips, we welcome back the author of Laundry Love and House Love, our friend Patric Richardson. How you doing, Patric?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Let's talk about laundry, and let's talk about how to sort laundry first.
Right. I think you should only do your laundry once a week. So I think you sort it all at once and do it all at once.
Okay.
So you do whites as a load, but remember that's like the towels and your wedding dress.
Gotcha.
And then you do black, and black is like my black jeans or my black cashmere sweater.
Okay.
And then cool colors is everything blue, green, and purple, like baby blue to navy blue, lavender to, aubergine, mint to hunter, and gray.
Okay.
And then you do warm colors, so like red, so pink to burgundy, peach to rust, like butter to gold. And with that, you do brown. And then you do a fifth load of like those performance fabrics.
Yes, all our
These
gym
fabrics
clothes.
always are polyester, and they almost always contain, exactly. And they almost are like yoga pants.
Yeah.
They almost always contain lycra.
Okay.
And so that's the 5 piles.
The 5 piles. And you say something that I follow.
That's how I do it in my laundry room.
What's that?
I said, that's how I do it in my laundry room. So I'm like laying it out like I'm imaginary in my laundry room.
You say to wash everything in warm, which is a huge deal because a lot of us are not used to that. We're usually thinking that we need to do some, like the bright colors, in cold.
Yeah, the thing is, warm is not as warm as you think it is.
Okay.
Like a pool, when a pool is comfortable, it's 81 degrees.
Oh, that's...
It is very likely that your warm water is not even 81 degrees.
Oh.
It's probably like 78, 79.
Yeah, okay.
So it's warm enough to activate the detergent, which is what's really important, but it's not so warm like that it's going to do any damage.
Okay. And you don't like to do anything in hot water.
I don't think you need it. Technology with the machine, with soap, with the fabrics have just gotten so good that hot's not really necessary anymore. In the 70s when our machines weren't as good and our fabrics weren't as good and our detergents, hot was good to like sterilize.
Oh.
But now you can achieve like sterile with a tablespoon of oxygen bleach.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you don't even have to, and then you could just do it in warm. And it's really better for the clothes. If you can avoid hot, it really is better for the clothes.
Okay, they'll last longer, look better. I gotcha.
Yeah.
You also have a tip on how to clean your washing machine. I have never cleaned my washing machine, so how do you do that?
Oh, Helen.
Oh, Patric.
Okay. When the show is done today, stop and get these 2 things. They're super simple.
Okay.
You throw in a gallon of cheap white vinegar.
Okay.
Put as much as you can into all of the dispensers.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then put the rest right in the drum. And then throw in a pound of borax.
Wow.
Turn the washer on, longest, hottest setting.
Okay. This is when we use our hot. Got it.
Yep, this is the one time you use your hot. And that'll do it. What's going to happen, the vinegar is going to break down all the soap, all the gunk that's left in the machine. And the borax actually is going to scrub. It's almost going to work like a scouring pad. And it's going to tumble, but borax is a natural ingredient and it breaks down. So by the time the cycle is over, everything is gone and everything will be completely clean. And, you should clean it if you get that sort of mildewy kind of smell in your washer. And I will tell you, you won't have that nearly as often if you leave the washer open between washing and if you use less detergent.
Yeah, I always leave that lid open for sure because that smell takes forever. Okay, you have some favorite cleaning tips, and one is about keeping supplies handy.
Yeah, I don't know when we got this idea that we only kept cleaning supplies under the kitchen sink. It makes no sense because like stick vacuums, I have stick vacuums everywhere in my house. Because if I'm watching TV and I've dropped some Cheetos, I can just grab the stick vacuum and get it up. And then it's really easy.
Yeah.
But like I also have a spray bottle of glass cleaner in my entryway. So if I'm walking past the mirror in the entryway, checking myself on my way to come see you, and it's dirty, I can just take care of it right there. So if you keep the cleaning supplies where you need them, then everything becomes so much simpler because you'll find everything stays cleaner because you have 2 minutes. Because I'm watching you on TV, and all of a sudden with you I would spill cereal because it's morning. I can just grab the vacuum and do it.
Yeah.
Well, then it's not that big of a deal.
Right.
When you have to go upstairs to get the vacuum cleaner or go
then
downstairs
you won't
to get
do
the
it.
glass cleaner. Right.
Yeah. Oh, no, that makes sense. I'm thinking now places to put the window cleaner in my house because we have dogs and there's dog drool all over many of the windows. So I've got to do that.
Right. You just stash it. And actually, if you have dogs, you really should either use vinegar to clean your windows.
Okay.
Or you could even, believe it or not, you could use rubbing alcohol.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't be safe when if it was wet.
Yeah.
But once it dries, it evaporates completely.
Yeah.
And you won't be leaving any chemicals,
Okay, I got you.
Dogs are more important than clean glass.
Absolutely. And you like to use dish soap for a lot of things.
I love dish soap. And what's funny is people have seen me on here say, never put dish soap on your clothes. So people think I hate it. And that's not true. I love dish soap, but I love it everywhere else. Like I clean my bathroom with dish soap.
Okay.
Because if you put like a ½ inch of water in the tub and a couple squirts of dish soap, it'll clean everything. The same thing with the commode, with the shower, with the sink. And it's a really good reason for that because we use a lot of oil. Like our soap is oily, our lotion is oily, and the whole point of dish soap is to cut oil.
Right.
So it just takes away and it rinses completely clean. And then you have to have less things. Like,
right.
I would rather have 4 bottles of dish soap than one bottle of dish soap and a bottle of tub cleaner and a bottle of counter cleaner.
Right.
And, it's just so much easier.
Yeah. And by the way, Patrick, I don't think I've heard anyone use the commode since my great-grandmother used to bring that. Commode. That's a good one.
Well, it's I think it's Southern.
Yeah, I think so too. We want to tell everyone, if you'd like to find out more, Patrick has 2 wonderful books, Laundry Love and House Love. Thank you so much, Patrick. Great to see you.
Thanks, you too. Thanks for having me on. This was fun.
Always fun. We'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.